मॉर्निंग एंड अस्सलाम वालेकुम टू एवरीवन। आज हमारे साथ मौजूद हैं डॉक्टर साजिद हुसैन। इनके बारे में थोड़ा मैं ब्रीफ इंट्रोडक्शन अगर बताता चलूँ, इनका बैचलर्स और जो मास्टर्स है वो यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ एग्रीकल्चर फैसलाबाद से है। इसके बाद इनकी पीएचडी और जो पोस्ट डॉक है वो है चाइनीज़ एकेडमी ऑफ एग्रीकल्चर साइंसेज से। और इनका जो रिसर्च बैकग्राउंड है वो सॉइल साइंस, जैसे इनका आपको पता है इनका मेजर इनका फील्ड है, इसके साथ जो क्रॉप कल्टीवेशन और फार्मिंग सिस्टम में इन्होंने काफ़ी काम किया है। और विद रिस्पेक्ट टू क्रॉप फिजियोलॉजी एंड इकोलॉजी आज हम आज हम इनके ख्यालात को सुनेंगे। और अगर एज फार एज इनकी रिसर्च एक्सपर्टीज़ की बात की जाए तो इनकी मोर देन 30 रिसर्च पब्लिकेशंस हैं इन डिफरेंट वेल रिप्यूटेड जर्नल्स, or with having impact factor of more than 65. So it is an honor for us to listen to Dr. Sajid Hussain. So I request to Dr. Sajid Hussain to please initiate your today's talk. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Thank you so much for inviting me for this valuable talk, and I am feeling honored to be here. As Dr. Shebar Rahman introduced, that my major subject is soil science and the crop cultivation farming system. So within the limitations of my uh, major subject, I would like to talk on a very special topic related to smog. The topic of my presentation is paddy ecosystem, climate change, and the possible ways to reduce the smog. Everybody know that this era is under the climate change, and the climate change is due to the heavy production of greenhouse gases from the different resources. So within the agriculture field, we can check what is the response of climate change and agriculture practices, and how the agriculture practices are responsible for climate change. Climate change caused by methane and other greenhouse gases like nitrous oxide, nitric oxide, and CO2 has raised alarming concern in the modern world. The primary source of greenhouse gases are the burning of fossil fuels, solid waste, livestock, and other agricultural practices, including burning of crop residues. Agriculture has dual role. It performs as a source of greenhouse gases and as well as a sink for greenhouse gases. Agriculture is one of the principal cause of the greenhouse emission, which are contributing 10 to 12% of the total greenhouse emissions. The contribution of methane and nitrous oxide emissions from the agriculture system increase up to 32% and 69% respectively of all the gases. So these informations are giving a clue that how agriculture practices are responsible for climate change. From the agriculture, the rice crop, everybody know that is a major cereal crop which playing a very important role in the security and economy of the many countries, especially Asian countries. Within the Asian countries, within the world, 90% of the world rice production is from Asia, and it's providing 50 to 80% of daily calories intake. However, there are many benefits of rice cultivation. Along with the benefits, there are some harmful effects of the cultivation practices of rice and the burning of rice straw, which cause emission of greenhouse gases, including methane, which have severe global warming potential, including smoke. And everybody knows that smoke is a combination of two words, fog and smog, created by in the early summer or October or November, smoke causing many problems in subcontinent, especially Pakistan and India. First, I say one line that agriculture has a dual phase related to the greenhouse gases as a sink and as a source. When we grow the rice crop, it emits methane 20%, N2O 25% with CO2, and with the use of chemical use, soil and crop management, and it moved to the climate environment and pollute the environment, and as a result global warming emit and climate change occur. So result of the climate change, ultimately temperature rise up. With increase of time temperature rise up, it reduced the again rice production as well as other crops. So it has both cyclic response that one side it's contribute working as a source and one side it's working as a sink. So it's very important to understand what is the role of rice cultivation in the climate change. Rice cultivation causes the emission of greenhouse gases mainly by two approaches. The first one is anaerobic flood irrigation, which cause the emission of methane. So according to the data that annual methane emission from rice paddies has been estimated to be 36 uh, million tons per year, which contributing approximately 6 to 29% of the total anthropogenic methane emission to the atmosphere. It's very huge amount that only contributed by the rice cultivation. The second approach toward the emission of greenhouse gases is the burning of paddy straw. It is the source of CO2, methane, and N2O. The production of rice straw in southern Asia and southeastern Asia is about 21,600 to 21,600 kilotons respectively. Thus, we can say that the burning of a high amount of rice straws or the stubble can cause huge greenhouse gases emission. If we talk about the main areas of the rice growing like Thailand, China, and northern India, all the straw remain in the paddy fields and mostly burned in situ, which is critical concern for environment safety and global warming. So these countries are major rice producer and they are practicing continuously the burning of straw. When we talk about our neighbor country, Indian Punjab alone produces 20 million tons of stubble, with most of the part of this stubble stock is burnt in a month of October. In recent studies in Pakistan, it is estimated that stubble burning at some 2 million tons appear to be an underestimation for a 6 million ton annual production of rice. Mean if we want to produce 6 million ton of rice production, we are burning 2 million ton of rice straw. This is very alarming and it's directly contributing toward the smog and climate change. The burning of rice residue contribute significantly to the ambient air pollution in the form of smoke production. Smoke production is harmful for human being and is a great challenge in the modern time. There are some graphical presentation that burning of pictorial presentation that the burning of rice residues cause smoke in Pakistan due to the burning of rice residues. So we can say it's harmful for the climate, for the human health, even for the animal health. So the question is that why farmer burn the rice straw? It's a very important issue, and why farmer doing this practice? The first one is the lack of awareness about the harmful effect of the burning of the rice straw and its consequences. And the second one is the lack of incentive to adopt expensive equipment and technology which can be used to clear the rice residue without burning it. The volume of the straw and short time to clear the field in order to be able to sow a next new crop. And the fourth one is the imbalance input and output prices and farmer insecurity. The last one, the major one, is the lack of awareness to farmer about modern technology. So these are the reasons. That's why the cheapest and the fastest way is to burn the rice residue. This is the last option for the farmer. So what are the current strategies to avoid rice straw burning in Pakistan? The Pakistani government providing awareness to the farmer about the harmful impact of rice straw burning and smoke by using electronic and print media. Government also trying to implement the Article 144 and providing different information that don't burn the straw, otherwise you will face the music. And it's reported that many farmers have been arrested. So is this the long-lasting solution? This is a very big question. Is this the farmer is satisfied by implement of 144? I think so. No. The answer, in my opinion, the answer is no. So how can we mitigate the techniques to stop rice straw burning? First, we understand and we need to give the awareness to the farmer about the that they think the rice straws can be resource rather than a liability. Instead of wasting it, it can be useful, employed, and can be used in producing electricity and in the industrial and domestic sectors. And we can also use biofuels as a new product that is being increasingly produced from rice straw and other agricultural waste. When we talk about, according to my suggestion, that the other way, the modern ways, people are moving towards mechanization. Mechanization using for transplanting the rice plant, any kind of nursery are transplanting nowadays with the help of machines. So for the proper utilization of nursery preparation, the utilization of rice straw in the formation of soilless substrate as a growth medium, it will be a good option uh, to avoid the burning of the rice straw. Soilless substrate formation is the best alternative way to stop rice straw burning and avoiding smoke. Instead of wasting it, it can be used as a nursery growing media and developed at industrial level. We can develop it as industrial level. We can collect the rice straw from the farmer from the field, and then we can use it as a nursery growing material. It solves the difficulties for using nutrient soil to protect the soil resources and environment. It relieved the labor shortage by developing a kind of soilless substrate to replace the nutrient soil. It solved the problem of unavailability of empty area for raising the rice seedling nursery. I would like to emphasize that on this slide that the farmer has short time and low input resources. So he think the only option is to burn the rice straw. We can, and another thing is most of the Pakistani farmer have 4 or 5 acre, less than 4 or 5 acre land under his cultivation. So he has low soil resources as well as low input resources, and he don't want to invest more on input resources so that he'll burn the straw. In that sense, we can ask the farmer to collect this rice straw and use it as a soilless substrate for plant growth medium. In the plant growth medium, we can give the awareness and we can contribute as a research institute or as a nation. We can move towards the mechanization. We can collect by using rice collector machine, and we can go through in a specific process to develop the soilless substrate. We can get a good result and we can save the smoke. Comparison between nutrient soil and soilless substrate. Everybody going to mechanization, and we need artificial growth medium to produce as nursery. So we are using nutrient solution soil for a nursery raising, or we are using other kind of substrate. But why not? This is a good option. We can use the rice straw as a growth medium. So nutrient soil, I would like to comparison between nutrient soil and soilless substrate. Collecting nutrient soil can destroy the topsoil in farmland and woodland. Soil collection, processing, transporting, and storage cost a lot of work. Fertility, acidity, sterilization are difficult to achieve uniform quality for nutrient soil, resulting in the low quality of rice seedling. The preparation of nutrient soil has become the limiting factor to popularize the rice transplanting with the machine in large scale. When we compare it with soilless substrate, it is good to solve the problem as different to obtain soil and damage to vegetable environment. Crop straw resources in soilless substrate can use the local material and then reducing the production cost. It's lightweight, it has enough adequate nutrient supply, and it's few diseases such as bacterial blight in rice seedling. The attack of the diseases is very less, and water contents remain less than 10%, and it can be used for 3 years. According to this, some experiment conducted in my previous institute, China National Rice Research Institute, and published by the Chang et al. 2017, that the physical and chemical properties of soilless substrate. If we are using nutrient soil or some other organic substrate to grow the rice seedlings, we can check that soil-less substrate are better option in case of physical and chemical properties. It improves the aeration, water holding capacity, as well as it improves the high nitrogen availability. And we should keep in mind that nitrogen straw has a high amount of nitrogen, potash, as well as phosphorus, along with micronutrients. The next is the solution. Mitigating strategy to handle the methane production in paddy field. The first one was we can utilize the rice straw from the farmer level and collect them in a bulk situation, and we can fix some incentives to the farmer. For example, we can offer them some amount of money that we will collect this straw, and we can, after processing, we can build some kind of industry, rice seedling raising industry, and farmer can save their time as well as their soil, which is very limited. So we can save the environment, we can save from smoke, as well as we can earn a lot of financial benefits from this technique. Mitigate strategy now the other option is methane production in paddy field. When the plant from germination to harvesting in the paddy field, the lot of emission of methane is reported. The methanogen microbes in rice fields are responsible for the production of methane, which contributes about 14% of greenhouse emission in the environment. This is only contribution from the rice field. So rice field, we can say among the crops is more contributor in the environment in sense of methane emission. The efforts to inoculate methane oxidizing bacteria. So what we can do, we can use methane oxidizing bacteria such as methanotrop belonging to proteobacteria and C10 phylum and other one, which are capable of using methane as a carbon source and lowering the atmospheric methane emission in the soils. So what is it? From the paddy level, we can stop the methane emission by using different kind of methanotrops, which are methane oxidizing, which oxidize the methane and change into it can improve the quality of the environment. These methanotrops are particularly appealing as bioremediation agent in methane containing environment, paddy fields, and ranked as an essential global methane sink. And for this purpose, another option that is proposed by me, the anaerobic oxidization of methane are reported in many plants such as peat mosses and mosses, especially sphagnum species. So this anaerobic oxidizing bacteria, we can also use these bacteria with the amendment of sulfur as a biofertilizer, as the final electron acceptor, and it remove the greenhouse gas methane from anoxic environment and reduce its flux to the atmosphere. Everybody know that under flood condition there is an anoxic environment, which is the main reason for production of methane. So when we use some anaerobic oxidizing bacteria in the form of oxyphera and with sulfur containing material, it can improve the environment quality and reduce the methane emission. So overall benefits of soilless substrate and methanotrops for clean environment. Methanotrop reduces the methane production under flooding condition and benefit the environment. Farmer will avoid to burn rice straw in return of some incentives. If we offer some incentives, the farmer will avoid to burn the straw and will agree to take away this benefit. Smoke production will be minimized and clean the environment. There are chances of rice nursery development industry. The developing substrate suitable for rice planting mechanization. So the next is what can Muhammad Nawaz Sharif University of Agriculture Multan can do. According to my suggestion and according to the performance of the university, I'm feeling happy that most of the time university is conducting many kinds of activities. So I am hoping that this idea will catch by the higher authority, and there is a good chance to improve agriculture production as well as improve the environment quality. So what Mansoom can do, can launch the project to mitigate the methane emission from the paddy field by using methanotrops. Mansoom can collaborate with Greek government and agriculture engineering department to design rice crop collector machines and provide at farmer level. So can also play important role to spread awareness among the farmer to adopt mechanization to avoid burning of rice straw. It can also contribute positively for clean environment and reduce nursery development from rice straw at commercial level. Uh, I can we can also try that soilless seedling grow in China National Rice Association. We can learn from them. We can collaborate with them, and we can improve the farmer uh, life by using different kinds of cultivation techniques to improve the crop production as well as clean the environment. And at the end, I would like to thank everyone that you give me time to express my information. And I'm again thanks. Thank you for your attention.
शुक्रिया डॉक्टर साहब आपके आज के टॉपिक के ऊपर। तो अगर किसी पार्टिसिपेंट ने कोई कमेंट करना है या कोई क्वेश्चन करना है तो फ्लोर ओपन है। तो सबसे पहले मेरे ध्यान में एक पॉइंट था जो मैं आपसे पूछना चाह रहा था कि ये स्मोक का जो इशू है, आपने चाइना में देखा होगा, वहाँ पर जो लोकल किसान है वो क्या प्रैक्टिस कर रहा है? अगर वो पहले ही अपने चावल को जला रहे थे तो गवर्नमेंट ने अपने किसान को कैसे कन्विंस किया कि चावल को जलाना बंद करे? तो चाइना ने क्या हीट अपनाई थी?
जी, बहुत अच्छा क्वेश्चन है। इस क्वेश्चन को मैं थोड़ा एक दो लाइन में ज्यादा एलेबोरेट करूंगा कि उनको इस बर्निंग इश्यूज से स्टॉप करने के लिए उन्होंने उनको मैकेनाइजेशन पे लगाया। अब जब मैकेनाइजेशन क्या है कि फार्मर को उन्होंने मोटिवेट किया कि आप उसको बर्न नहीं करेंगे, बल्कि जो इंस्टीट्यूट्स हैं या जो गवर्नमेंट है उनको इजी सब्सिडी के साथ उनको मशीन्स प्रोवाइड करती है जो कि राइस कलेक्ट करते हैं, उसको फिर वो इंडस्ट्री में ले जाते हैं। और आपको पता होगा कि इंडस्ट्री यानी कि राइट नाउ चाइना में राइस की जो प्रोडक्शन है 35% जो मैकेनाइजेशन से हो रही है, और स्टिल चाइना चाह रहा है कि वो स्ट्रॉ को 65% जो रिमेनिंग स्ट्रॉ जो वो कलेक्ट नहीं कर पा रहे उसको भी वो उस धारे में लाया जाए। एक तो ये वो कर रहे हैं, दूसरा मोस्ट ऑफ द मैकेनाइजेशन से एक तो नंबर ऑफ सीडलिंग इंप्रूव होती हैं और उसकी ग्रोथ बेटर होती है, तो किसान के लिए इजी है। फॉर एग्जांपल अगर फार्मर के पास टोटल ही 1 एकड़ है और उसने वहां कोई और क्रॉप लगाई है, उसके बाद उसकी राइस की बारी है लेकिन उसके पास नर्सरी के लिए पोजीशन नहीं है, तो उन्होंने इवन इंडस्ट्री डेवलप की हुई है कि एक फॉर एग्जांपल एक इंडस्ट्री ओनर है, वो स्टॉक कलेक्ट करता है, वहां से सॉइललेस मटेरियल बनाता है, वहां फार्मर की चॉइस के मुताबिक राइस कल्टीवार्स की नर्सरी रेज करता है और बाद में फार्मर से ऑर्डर देता है कि मुझे ये वाली राइस कल्टीवार चाहिए, तो वो उसको उसके पास ऑलरेडी जमीन का भी इश्यू है कि उसके पास जगह नहीं है, तो वो उसको यूटिलाइज कर रहा है और इसका रिस्पांस बहुत अच्छा आ रहा है और ये पूरे कंट्री लेवल पे राइट नाउ 35% चल रहा है। इससे ऊपर उनका इरादा है कि इसको इम्प्रूव किया जाए। तो मैं चाह रहा हूँ कि पाकिस्तान में भी ये हो, क्योंकि पाकिस्तान में ये बर्निंग ऑफ राइस का बहुत बड़ा इश्यू है और इससे हम रिसर्च रिलेटेड भी बहुत कुछ गेन कर सकते हैं।
इसका मतलब है पाकिस्तानी किसान जो कि चावल का ग्रोअर है उसको मैकेनाइजेशन की तरफ लेके जाया जाए। तो लेकिन ये अगर हम करंट सिनेरियो में देखें तो ये इसका एक्सपेंस ज़्यादा नहीं होगा?
करंट सिनेरियो में हम फार्मर को इस लेवल पे एट द स्पॉट नहीं लेके जा सकते क्योंकि गवर्नमेंट एक्सपेंसिव होता है और फार्मर को नहीं, ये तो गवर्नमेंट इसके अंदर इंटरेस्ट ले और रिसर्च इंस्टीट्यूट वो ऐसा कोई सिस्टम लेके आए। जैसे उसकी एग्जांपल मैं देता हूँ कि लैंड लेजर लेजर जो डिवाइस मशीन है वो पहले विलेजेस में बहुत कम दिखाई देती थी। जब उन्होंने उसके बेनिफिट्स देखे तो लोग अब हर दूसरा फार्मर जो है लैंड लेजर करवा रहा है, लेवल करवा रहा है। तो अगर हम किसी तरह इंजीनियरिंग डिपार्टमेंट से बात करके या किसी चाइनीज या किसी फ्रेंड कंट्री से ये मशीन किस तरह अपने अंदर ले आए कंट्री में और उसको डेवलप करें और उससे फार्मर लेवल पे लेके जाएं तो फार्मर खुश होगा और हम उसे इंसेंटिव देंगे। मेन उसके प्रॉब्लम ये है कि इवन उसकी जो आई मीन जो उसने कल्टीवेशन प्रैक्टिस करनी वो भी रेंट पे है उसकी। फॉर एग्जाम्पल एक ट्रैक्टर ओनर है, वो नहीं विलिंग कि वो उसके हाल में उसकी जो खेत में कल्टीवेशन है वो इन द प्रेजेंस ऑफ स्ट्रॉ कर सके, वो घबराता है कि मेरे लिए ये टाइम नहीं है। तो ये हम उन्हें दें, कुछ ना कुछ दें ताकि वो खुश हो के हमें दे और हम उससे ये पूरी इंडस्ट्री डेवलप कर सकते हैं कि फार्मर बेदैग हो के हमें ऐसी इंडस्ट्री बने कि हमें कहे कि आप हमारे लिए सीडलिंग प्रोवाइड करें और सीडलिंग भी ऐसी कि जिसकी सॉइल से भी ज्यादा अच्छी प्रॉपर्टीज हैं, फिजिकल केमिकल, और ग्रोथ भी अच्छी है और जर्मिनेशन परसेंटेज बहुत अच्छी होती है और आगे यील्ड पे भी बहुत अच्छा रिस्पांस है जो अकॉर्डिंग टू लास्ट एक्सपेरिमेंट जो हुआ हमारी लैब में। तो हम इस पे लेके जा सकते हैं, लेकिन फार्मर के लिए फार्मर को पहले खुश करना पड़ेगा, फार्मर के लिए कुछ हमें करना पड़ेगा।
सही। जी, अगर कोई और पार्टिसिपेंट कमेंट करना चाहे या कोई ऐड करना चाहे तो ओपन।
जी अस्सलाम वालेकुम।
वालेकुम सलाम सर।
साजिद, मैं एक जनरल क्वेश्चन है वो पूछना चाह रहा हूँ। इन जो water availability and globally, water availability is reducing. How
जी
do
सर।
you see the rice production in this scenario? क्या करना चाहिए? If we still growing rice as a lowland crop, it could be very difficult because water productivity is very very low in rice compared to other crops. तो किस तरह फ्यूचर में हम इसको एड्रेस कर सकते हैं, rice production in scenario of reduced water availability?
सर फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल तो हमें फार्मर को इस बारे में क्लियर करना है कि although what rice is water loving plant, but पानी के बिना भी राइस ग्रो हो सकता है। तो फ्यूचर में हम वेट ड्राइंग और उसके अलावा वेट सीडलिंग, ड्राई सीडलिंग प्लस हम जो अवेलेबल रिसोर्स हैं उस पर भी हम कर सकते हैं। लेकिन अगर हम टेम्परेचर को बेहतर करने के लिए हम वीड साइड को कंट्रोल कर लें तो हमारे लिए वेट सीडलिंग और ड्राई सीडलिंग दोनों ऑप्शन हो सकते हैं फ्यूचर में। लेकिन चूंकि यहाँ पे पहला क्वेश्चन ये होता है यहाँ तो टेम्परेचर ज्यादा यहाँ नहीं हो सकता, लेकिन हम वेट पे जा सकते हैं। हम उसी तरह उसका मॉइस्चर लेवल मेंटेन रख सकते हैं जैसे हम वीट का रखते हैं। तो इसके अगर हम चाइना की बात करें तो इस पे मोर देन 20+% है जो एरिया वो अंडर वेट सीडलिंग एंड ड्राई सीडलिंग दोनों पे ही वो लेके जा रहे हैं। और लास्ट ऑप्शन ये है कि हम उसका क्या बोलते हैं वाटर एब्जॉर्बिंग सम पॉलीमर भी यूज कर सकते हैं, जैसे माइक्रोबायोलॉजी वालों ने कुछ डेवलप किए हुए हैं। तो आई थिंक सो वेट सीडलिंग और ड्राई सीडलिंग पे जाना चाहिए पाकिस्तान को भी,
क्योंकि कुछ इश्यूज जो हैं लाइक अभी आप जो मीथेन की बात कर रहे हैं तो डेफिनेटली इट इज ड्यू टू मीन एनारोबिक कंडीशन जब आप उसको एज ए लो लैंड स्टैंडिंग वाटर के अंदर ग्रो करते हो। तो वो बहुत सारे इश्यूज वो इसीलिए इससे एसोसिएटेड हैं क्योंकि हम इसको एज ए मतलब लो लैंड क्रॉप ग्रो कर रहे हैं। इसके अलावा जो सीएन रेशियो है राइस स्ट्रा की, उस हवाले से हमें कुछ आप बता सकते हो कि किस तरह हम इसको अगर फील्ड के अंदर ही हम इसकी चाय के डिकम्पोजिशन हो जाए और क्विक डिकम्पोजिशन हो तो उसके लिए आपकी लेबोरेटरी में या कहीं पे कोई काम हो रहा है, उस हवाले से आप कुछ बताएं। जो राइस स्ट्रा है। हेलो
साजिद, आपको हमारी आवाज आ रही है?
हाँ जी आ रही है बात। नेट आई थिंक डिस्टर्ब हो गया, सॉरी सर फॉर इंटरप्शन। सर मैं ये कह रहा था कि पाकिस्तान ये जो विद इन फील्ड उसकी डिकम्पोजिशन है वो थोड़ा लॉन्ग लास्टिंग प्रोसेस है, इस वजह से फार्मर जो अवॉइड करता है। और दूसरा ये कि माइक्रोबियल अमेंडमेंट से ही हम उसको इस काबिल बना सकते हैं कि उसमें मिक्सअप हो जाए, या फिर ये है कि हम उसको एज सच रखें और उसके ऊपर जीरो टिलेज कर दें। अगर अगली क्रॉप लगानी है तो विद टाइम स्लोली वो चल सकता है। हम उसको दोबारा टिलरिंग ना करें, उसकी कल्टीवेशन के लिए कोई इक्विपमेंट यूज ना करें, तो हम जीरो टिलेज करते रहें और साथ में वो ईयर में मैक्सिमम पॉइंट उसकी रेशियो जो है वो डिकम्पोज हो जाएगी सॉइल में। लेकिन फिर वही बात आ जाती है कि जो इश्यूज हैं उसको फार्मर तक लेवल तक लेके जाना और उनका सोल्यूशन देना, ये साथ साथ इम्पोर्टेंट है।
ऑलराइट, थैंक यू।
थैंक यू फॉर योर कमेंट्स सर एंड फॉर योर रिमार्क्स। अगर और भी पार्टिसिपेंट कुछ पूछना चाहे या कोई अपना एक्सपीरियंस शेयर करना चाहे तो ही और शी कैन। I guess there is no more question. So at the end, I like to thank Dr. Sajid Hussain for his time, and on the behalf
Welcome,
of
sir.
all university, I pay my great thanks to you and regards to you. So I hope in future we will again have a discussion like
Inshallah.
this from some other on some other topics, or you can say some other burning
Inshallah.
issues related to agriculture, or even related to the capacity building for the students. So
Inshallah.
for this, we will we will be signing off this session, and I would say thank you for all participants for their time and for participation.
Thank you for everyone.